Chapter 5. The Weighing of Gifts.
There is an ancient belief whispered among sages. Every gift carries weight, and before the universe gives, it weighs the one who asks, not to judge worthiness, but to assess capacity. In a desert monastery lived a quiet order of monks known as the Weighers. They did not preach, heal, or prophesy. Their purpose was different. They measured readiness. People from distant kingdoms sought them out, believing they could grant blessings, insights, or abilities. But the Weighers granted nothing. They only revealed truth. One afternoon, a man named Soren arrived, breathless from travel. He had heard of a sacred gift, the gift of voice, which, when awakened, could move crowds, heal hearts, and command attention with truth alone. Soren believed this was his destiny. He imagined standing before thousands, inspiring them with words of power. He believed he was ready. The monks listened to his speech calmly, then led him to a courtyard where a single scale stood. Ancient stone, simple, perfectly balanced. One side held a small wooden box, the other an empty plate. "This is the gift," the elder said, pointing to the box. "If you seek it, you must first weigh yourself." Soren frowned. "How can a scale weigh spirit or intention?" The elder replied, "Every gift has a cost. The scale measures whether you can pay it." The monks instructed Soren to place on the empty side anything that represented who he was. Not possessions, but qualities: integrity, discipline, humility, patience, self-honesty. Soren had brought nothing physical, so he hesitated. The elder reassured him, "You may place symbols." Soren placed a feather to represent his confidence. The scale did not move. He added a pebble to represent his knowledge. Still nothing. He placed a ring representing his ambition. The scale remained still. He grew anxious and frustrated. "How can these mean nothing?" he demanded. The elder asked, "Whom do you hope to serve with this gift?" Soren replied quickly, "Everyone. The world needs my voice." The elder's gaze hardened slightly. "The world does not need your voice. It needs truth. If you seek the gift to be seen, you have already failed the weighing." Soren protested, "But I want to help." "Wanting to help is not the same as being able to," the elder said. "Many hurt others while believing they are saving them." He then instructed Soren to speak honestly, not about who he wished to be, but who he truly was. Soren hesitated. His confidence cracked. He admitted he often lied to gain admiration, exaggerated his experiences, and feared silence because it made him feel invisible. As he confessed, 3 small stones appeared beside the scale. The elder placed them on Soren's side. The scale shifted, slightly. "This is humility," he said. "It always weighs more than confidence." The elder then asked, "Are you disciplined enough to study before you speak?" Soren admitted he often spoke without thinking, preferring attention over accuracy. A single stone appeared. The elder added it. The scale dipped a little farther. Finally, the elder asked, "Will you speak truth even if no one listens?" Soren hesitated, unsure. No stone appeared. The elder nodded sadly. "Then your loyalty is to praise, not to truth." He pointed to the gift in the wooden box. "To carry this gift, your side must outweigh it, not in weight, but in substance. Gifts are burdens. If carried without integrity, they crush. Then he lifted the box, placing it gently on the scale. It was shockingly heavy, not physically, but symbolically. Soren's side rose, the gift's side sank like an anchor. Soren was stunned. How can a gift meant to uplift weigh so much? Because every true gift comes with responsibility, the elder replied. The heavier the influence, the heavier its consequences. Soren looked down, ashamed. I thought I was ready. The elder placed a hand on his shoulder. Most do. This is why the world is full of voices that speak loudly but say nothing. They were given platforms before they built inner weight. He gestured toward the stones on Soren's side. These are seeds. With training, honesty, discipline, and humility, they will grow. Return when you have built the weight to balance the gift. Soren asked, How long will that take? The elder smiled. As long as it needs to. Readiness has no schedule. Soren left the monastery changed. He no longer dreamed of crowds. He practiced silence. He listened. He studied. He learned to speak only what he had lived. His words grew slower, fewer, deeper. He stopped trying to impress. He became honest first with himself, then with others. Years later, he returned, not with confidence, but with steadiness. When he stepped onto the scale, he brought no symbols. He simply stood. And the scale moved. The elder nodded and opened the wooden box. Inside was nothing, because the gift was never an object. It was the man himself, now weighed and found capable. You no longer seek the gift, the elder said. You have become it. Soren stepped down, understanding that true gifts are not gained. They are grown. We think gifts are blessings, but every gift is also a burden. Money is a gift, but it carries responsibility. Power is a gift, but it carries consequence. Love is a gift, but it demands maturity. Wisdom is a gift, but it insists on integrity. The universe weighs not what you want, but what you can hold without collapse. The Wayers teach a simple truth. You are not punished by what you lack. You are protected from what would overwhelm you. So ask yourself, do you want the gift, or do you want the feeling of having it? Do you want responsibility or attention? Do you want growth or validation? Because the universe is always weighing you, not to deny you, but to align you with what you are strong enough to carry. Readiness is not proven by desire. It is proven by weight, inner weight.
Chapter 6. The Soldier Who Feared Peace.
There was once a soldier named Kyle who had spent most of his life in battle. He was not violent by nature. War had simply become his language. He was trained to be alert, suspicious, and ready to strike. Danger was his teacher, and adrenaline his constant companion. Over time, his identity fused with conflict. Without a battlefield, he felt incomplete. When the wars finally ended, Kale returned home, expecting relief. But what greeted him instead was emptiness. The silent mornings, the gentle evenings, the laughter of children in the streets. These things felt foreign. Peace was supposed to heal him. Instead, it frightened him. He felt exposed, directionless, unsure of who he was without an enemy to face. His village celebrated his return. They thanked him, offered gifts, invited him to feast. But Kale remained uneasy. He kept his sword close and slept lightly, unable to trust the calm. Each night, he would wake expecting attack. His battle had ended, but his war was still inside him. One evening, Kale visited the village elder, a quiet woman who tended a small shrine by a river. She listened patiently as Kale confessed his confusion. "I thought peace would bring joy," he said, "but I feel more lost now than I ever did in war." The elder considered his words. "You spent years learning how to survive chaos," she said, "but no one taught you how to survive peace."
Kale frowned. Survive peace? Peace is supposed to be easy.
She shook her head. "Only for those who have not been shaped by conflict. For you, war was identity. Now that it is gone, who are you?"
He had no answer. The elder led him to a quiet clearing where a wooden training post stood.
"Strike it," she said. Kyle hesitated. "I came here to stop fighting." She simply repeated, "Strike it." He obeyed, hitting the post with practiced strength. Then she told him to strike again and again. For hours he attacked the post, sweating, panting, muscles burning. Finally, he dropped to his knees, exhausted. The elder asked, "Did the post resist you?" "No," he said. "Did it fight back?" "No." "Then tell me, what were you fighting?" Kyle stared at the post, confused. He realized he had been battling only his own memory of conflict, not the world around him. "You trained your body to fight," the elder said, "but you trained your mind to fear stillness. Now, stillness feels like danger." She pointed to the river. "Sit. Listen." As Kyle listened, he heard water moving over stone, steady, unhurried. Its rhythm was unfamiliar to him. It did not rush, and yet it never stopped. He felt his own breathing begin to match it. The elder spoke. "Peace is not the absence of threat. Peace is the presence of trust. And trust is something you have never practiced." Kale looked down. She was right. He had survived by never trusting. Not the enemy, not the environment, not even the moment. That vigilance kept him alive, but now it was killing his ability to live. She continued, "You believe peace is fragile, something that can be broken. But peace is not a glass to protect. It is a river to enter. You must learn how to float, not fight."
Kale asked, "How do I begin?" The elder placed a stone in his hand. "Carry this wherever you go. Each time you feel fear, anxiety, or the urge to prepare for attack, hold the stone.
It will remind you that peace is weight, something real, not imagined. When you can walk a full day with the stone in your palm without fear, return to me." Kale agreed, though he doubted something so simple could change him. But as he carried the stone through daily life, he saw how frequently his mind reverted to combat, scanning for threats, planning escape routes, expecting betrayal. The stone did nothing magical. It only revealed what was already inside him. Days became weeks. Slowly, Kyle noticed moments of calm, gardening with villagers, watching the sunset, sharing meals. Each time, the stone grew lighter in his hand, not physically, but psychologically. Peace began to feel less like danger and more like possibility. When he returned to the elder, he placed the stone before her. She examined it briefly, then returned it. "Not yet," she said. "Now you must carry the stone through memory as well as life." She instructed Kale to sit with his eyes closed and revisit scenes of war, not to relive trauma, but to release the identity built around it. At first, every memory triggered panic, but with the stone in his hand, he noticed something surprising. The memories no longer controlled him. They were just memories, not commands. Over months, Kyle rewrote his inner script. He stopped seeing himself only as a soldier. He began seeing himself as a man who had once gone to war. His past became part of him, not the definition of him. When he returned again, the elder asked, "What do you fear now?"
Kale thought carefully. "Not peace," he said, "only forgetting the lessons that war taught me."
She nodded. "Then you are ready?"
Kale understood that peace did not erase his past. It integrated it. His strength was not in fighting, but in choosing when not to fight.
He became a mentor to young villagers, teaching them that courage is not only found on the battlefield, it is found in the quiet bravery of choosing stillness over violence, patience over reaction, presence over fear. Many people desire peace, yet cling to conflict because conflict is familiar. War offers clarity, an enemy, a mission, a purpose. Peace offers no such simplicity. It requires inner stability, self-trust, and vulnerability. Peace can feel threatening to a mind accustomed to defending itself. Kale learned that readiness for peace is a form of mastery. To receive peace, you must be willing to let go of the identity built from struggle. The universe does not withhold peace. It waits for the warrior within us to lay down his sword, not because the world is safe, but because the heart is strong enough to choose trust. You cannot enter peace still carrying war inside you.